Rosemary with I'm so sorry they have to see this. Okay. Hey y'all, it's Rosemary with UNCA Campus Recreation, and welcome to another yoga class. I'm really excited that you're joining me today virtually, and if you ever want to come see me in person, I teach yoga for meditation and yoga for beginners on Mondays and Fridays. So check out the schedule, but if not, let's get started with today's practice. So throughout the practice, as in my last video, I'm going to ask that you take Shavasana, which is that gentle resting, relaxation, sometimes meditation time at the end of each yoga practice that you've probably done. We're just going to take it throughout the practice a little bit here. So not for too long, but throughout the video I might ask you to pause for a couple of minutes just to settle into your space, to lay down on your back, and just relax. So I'm actually going to ask you to do that now. We're going to have an opening Shavasana. So go ahead and pause this video for 2-3 minutes and get yourself settled in this space, just relaxing on your back. All right, so now getting into a comfortable seated position. I hope that you had a nice Shavasana. Let's begin by setting a mantra or intention for this class. This helps me to kind of come back to sort of a meditative mindset, or maybe even meditation, depending on kind of where you are in your practice and what you're looking to do. So I would like to focus on love today. I'm going to focus on the word love, so maybe like a visual of the word love in my mind, or the feeling of love in my chest, or perhaps sometimes I offer this one to people. It's a little bit more complicated, but I kind of imagine myself in a crowd of people tethered to them with little beams of light. That's kind of my image of love that comes up. So I encourage you to choose your own image to focus on, maybe the word love over and over again to focus on, or choose something totally different. So with that in mind, or your own mantra or intention in mind, we're going to do some deep abdominal breathing. So we're going to begin by placing the left hand on the belly button and the right hand over the heart. And then we're going to add in some arms. So beginning with just a few breaths here though, we're going to inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 6. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, the belly expands. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now adding in some arms, we're going to go up for goddess arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Expand the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Coming in, stretching the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big stretch of the upper back. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do some eagle arms here, which is going to put the emphasis on stretching in between the shoulder blades. So putting the right arm in the crook of the elbow and the left arm, and then you can stay here, or we can wrap it one more time. We're going to inhale, not so much into the belly, but like I said, kind of into the upper back. So we're inhaling for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, creating space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. We're going to just do 2 on the other side. So now the left arm goes into the crook of the right elbow, wrapping the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, you're comfortable, I want to encourage you to kind of close your eyes through the practices we're doing, for repeating something over and over again, closing your eyes, coming kind of into your sensation in your body, or perhaps to that mantra or intention. So now, just gently dropping the head, chin to the chest. We're going to hang here for a moment. Allowing space in the vertebrae, in the upper back, and the neck. Just totally resting. Continuing to breathe. And then slowly rolling the head to the right. All the way back. Left ear to left shoulder. Chin to chest. Good. And just continuing to roll. Going at your own pace. Or perhaps following me. Just always remember to keep breathing. Stretch without strain. Good. And whenever you make your way back to the chest, just go and change directions. So now we're going to the left. Just rolling the head. Good. Wherever you're at, just do like one more. When you make your way back down chin to chest, just once again let your head hang if that's comfortable for you. Dropping the shoulders. Slowly rolling up. Nice. We're going to make our way onto our hands and knees now. We're going to do a cat-cow variation. So last time we just did a standard cat-cow, now we're going to do some variation on it. So, again, on our hands and knees, we're going to inhale for cat, tailbone comes under, head goes down, back arches up. And we exhale for cow, drawing the tailbone back, head comes up. I even kind of push out of my shoulders a little bit up. We're going to inhale once again for cat. Exhale for cow. One more normal step. Inhale for cat. Exhale for cat. And if you'd like, be mindful of your lower back because this can cause a little bit of strain for some people. But maybe try it out first. We're going to inhale, and when we arch, we're going to bring the right knee to the nose. And then when we exhale, we're going to extend it back for a donkey kick. Just doing this a couple more times. I like to do this because you get to feel the full extension of the stretch, especially when you ball up. Good. Wherever you're at, do one more. Good. And switching sides. So now we're going to bring an inhalation, the left knee to the nose. Extend. If you're doing regular cat-cows, maybe you're going a little bit deeper now. Good. One more wherever you're at. Circles. So moving the head and the tailbone together to the right or the left first. I'm going to the left. Good. Now to the right or to the left. Whatever you're doing. I know, I'm not sure if I'm mirrored to you. Continuing to breathe. Into a child's pose. If it's comfortable for you, we're going to take the left hand, slip it under the right, and and lean to the right. If that's not comfortable for you, I encourage you just to lean to the right. Holding that for a moment. Breathing. Good, and switching sides. Now right under left, or just leaning to the left. Hello. Good. And just finishing off with the child's pose. This is one of those times when I'm going to tell you to pause the video and take a short Shavasana. Rolling out of that Shavasana, we're going to make our way to the top of the mat for our sun salutation. So just a word about the sun salutation. It's intended to warm up our bodies, not to be super deep stretches, so I encourage you to go easy on yourself. Bend the knees when we're in a forward fold. Yeah, just go gentle. So, feet are about hips width apart. We're going to inhale, palms come together above the head. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, arms come up, gently tipping the hips, leaning back. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, the right leg comes back in a lunge, dropping the right knee and looking up. Retain the breath, plank position or knees. Exhale down. Inhale for a small cobra. Exhale, inverted V. Inhale, the right leg comes up for a small standing split, and then comes to the nose, through the hands, for a nice lunge. Dropping the left knee. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down. And just a word about our standing split. So, if you're here, and it's not going to work for you to come in and through, feel free to come to plank, adjust yourself, and get into this lunge. It doesn't need to be one fluid motion. Now moving to the left. Inhale, palms together. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, stretching up and back. Exhale down. Inhale, left leg back in a lunge, dropping the left knee and looking up. Retain breath, plank position or knees. Exhale down. Inhale, small cobra. Exhale, inverted V. Inhale, now the left leg comes up for a small standing split. Through the palms. Dropping the right knee. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, palms together. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, right leg comes back in the lunge, dropping the right knee and looking up. Retain the breath, plank position or knees. Exhale, down. Inhale, small cobra. Exhale, inverted V. Inhale, right leg comes up, small standing split. Through the palms. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down. Good, left side. Inhale, palms together. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down. Inhale, left leg comes back in the lunge, dropping the left knee and looking up. Retain the breath, plank position or knees. Exhale, down. Inhale, small cobra. Exhale, inverted V. Inhale, left leg comes up in a standing split. Through the palms. Good. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, up and back. the top of your mat. Perhaps allowing your eyelids to soften. Feeling the energy move all the way from the top of your head to your fingertips and toes. That warmth and power you've just created. And perhaps coming back to that mantra or intention you set. Good. And now making your way long ways on the mat. So you were here, and now you're here. We're going to begin with a wide leg forward fold where both of the feet are parallel, and then we're going to move into a warrior sequence that ends with a balancing pose. This is a sequence, which means I'm going to do it in a way that's kind of fluid all the way through, but if you need to stop, adjust, re-get your balance, that's totally fine. So like I said, we're going to begin with our feet parallel, and again, I encourage you to keep a little micro bend in the knees, never lock the knees. We're going to inhale, stretching up, finger towards the ceiling. Then exhale all the way down. Relaxing the head, relaxing the upper back, lower back, just collapsing into the ground. Perhaps swinging a little bit. Maybe grabbing the elbows. Maybe grabbing the backs of the legs, but not straining. Good. And now we're going to turn the right foot out. Left arm swings up for our triangle. So our triangle can look like this, or I encourage you, bend that right knee, just rest your right elbow. That's my favorite. Really reaching, making sure that the hips stay square forward. Continuing to breathe. Good, and coming up. Now we're going to shift our focus. Feet stay generally the same. This back foot might move a little bit, catty corner toward the side. But now we're going to face the front of the mat. Both arms come up to begin our warrior sequence. Really breathing into this hip here, this left hip. Good, holding it, coming up if ever you need. And now opening up. Once again, facing this side. Really breathing into this pose. Good. Now the left arm is going to glue to the back of the left leg. Right arm comes up, and we just gently stretch backwards. And maybe even keeping a little bend in the knees back here. Just be mindful of what's comfortable for you. Try some stuff. Good. Coming down, we're going to plant this right foot down. Now both feet face the front of the mat. We're going to slowly get our weight onto that right foot. Left leg comes up, arms come forward. And it's totally okay if left leg is here. You just want to balance. So left leg can be down here, kind of, figuring out the balance, or it can be straight up. And you can look forward or down. I prefer to look forward. Continuing to breathe. Bracing the wobbles. Lola always says. Good, and coming down. Coming back to that wide leg stance, we're going to just do the other side. So inhale, we're going all the way up. Exhale down. Good. Both feet are parallel now toward the side of the mat. Now, left foot turns out, right arm swings up for that triangle. And again, this can be straight leg or it can be bent. sure the hips are square. And what I mean by that is just that we're not collapsing, right? So we want the hips to face the side as much as possible, as opposed to the ground. Good. And coming up for our warrior. Now facing the back of the mat. Like I said, right foot might move a little bit. Up toward the side of the mat. Stretching all the way through the chest to the fingertips. Good. Right arm comes down to right leg, left arm comes up, excuse me. And we lean. Continuing to breathe. Now planting the left foot down, slowly bring the right foot up, arms come forward, and we balance. Good. And coming down. Now, bring the feet wide again, turning out completely, just for our goddess pose. So making sure we have a wide enough stance that when we're in a really good squat, our knee is not going over the ankle. So we inhale up, stretching the fingers up toward the ceiling. Exhale down, good, elbow in line with the shoulder. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. And now we're going to make our way back down to the mat. Right. Once we finish the goddess, we're going to make our way back down to the mat. So lying down for a moment, I want you to take Shavasana for about 2 minutes, and then I will see you back for our shoulder stand practice. All right, so laying down flat on our back, we're going to put both our hands to the side of our body. And on an inhalation, we're going to lift the legs up. If this is where your shoulder stand practice is, that is totally cool. That's a good way to engage the core for a little bit. I just wouldn't hold it for quite as long as we're going to hold the shoulder stand, so maybe skip through that part. But this is great. If you're doing shoulder stand, we're going to push into the hands, rolling the feet forward, and then up. What we want to do is engage the biceps. That helps to keep it straight. Engage the biceps and not going too high. Continuing to breathe. And if you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, but we're not at the point of doing shoulder stand yet, I encourage you to find a space on the wall just to put your feet up the wall. It doesn't need to be fancy. It's just a way for us to get an inversion. Good. And perhaps coming out of that now. Slowly rolling out with arms down as stoppers, breaks, and we roll out. Good. Now doing the reverse for that pose. We're going to put the hands underneath the body as close together as possible and as straight as possible. So if you can see, I'm meeting the hands underneath, straight and close together. Then we lower your bottom down, lengthen the legs, and then on an inhalation, push into the elbows, drop the head back for fish. The key for this one is we want the weight to be in the elbows, not on the head. So that means we're down here and maybe the head's not totally up. That's perfect. The point is to open up the chest, so again, it doesn't need to be the full extension of the stretch. And continue to breathe. lifting the head up and coming out of that now. Wonderful. In whatever way is most comfortable for you, we're going to flip around. So maybe turning over, pushing up. Now we're on our hands and knees. We're going to bring the right leg forward just for our upright pigeon. Left leg comes back. Really breathing into that left hip flexor. And if you'd like, it's comfortable for your knees. Go easy on your knees. You can bend that left leg and grab it with the right arm. Good. Allowing that to kind of open up the chest on the right side. But again, be mindful of your knees because everyone's knees are different. It's not really a flexibility thing, it's just how you were made. Good. Now, instead of coming out of that pose, we're going to come onto the knees again, bringing the right leg forward, and just stretching for this kind of upright forward fold. And I like to, in order to square the hips, I like to grab the opposite hand with the opposite foot. So in this case, I'm grabbing the right foot with the left hand. Making sure we're not hunching over. My back naturally curls a little bit at the top, but generally we want to make sure that we're not pushing to hunch over. Good, and now stepping on to the right foot. Now do you see that we're in this lunge with the left knee down? Hands come to the heart, and then up for a crescent moon. And in order to keep the hands together, I recommend interlocking the thumbs. So we interlock the thumbs, we stretch up, making sure that the emphasis is in the hip flexor here. So perhaps that means we're not so far back. And breathing. Good, and coming out of that pose, switching sides, we bring the left foot forward, right leg back. Once again, breathing into that hip flexor. And perhaps bending the right knee and grabbing it with the left hand. I love this stretch. I think it's my favorite. Continuing to breathe, perhaps coming back to that mantra or intention you set. Good, and coming out. Left leg now comes forward. Ooh, I'm sore on this side. So feel free to bend the knee too. That's something I think I might do. And I'm just going to grab it with the right arm. And just bend the knee. Making sure that this is a restful position. This isn't supposed to hurt you. If it's hurting your back, I encourage you to come out, maybe just lay in Shavasana, that's always allowed, or skip through. Good, now onto that left foot. Now we're in a lunge. Right knee is down, palms come to the heart. Continuing to breathe. Good. Coming out. All right, and coming out of that pose. I guess I'll start now. All right, coming out of that pose, we're going to make our way kind of into the relaxation to have our final Shavasana, and then I'm going to take you through a scan of the body. So we're going to begin just with a child's pose. So you're here probably on your knees as we just finished, and I want you to just push back, find a comfy way for you to have child's pose, either with the knees together, which really curls the back, or with the knees apart, which kind of does the opposite. So whatever is most comfy for you. I want you to breathe here, feel the safety and comfort that this pose evokes. Just rest. Good, and on an inhalation in the count of 6, slowly rolling up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Making your way onto your back. We are laying down spinal twist, so we're going to bring the right knee up, grab it under the leg, gently roll out the ankle to the right and to the left. Now stretching it over to the left side, crossing the body, and allowing your lower back to follow. Arms can come out. Staying here for a moment. Sometimes I like to push the lower back just a little bit. Not so much a push as just kind of a nudge. And coming back up. Switching legs, left comes up, rolling the ankle to the right and left. Good. And now bringing that left knee over to the right, allowing the lower back to follow. Just a little spinal twist. Continuing to breathe. Bringing yourself back to this location, wherever you are, as we get ready for our final Shavasana. Good, and now releasing the foot, laying down flat on the ground in Shavasana. Like I said, I'm just gonna take you through a little scan of the body, but first, as much as you can, I want you to locate yourself in this space and time. So if you're lying down, perhaps feeling the pressure of the floor on the points of your body that are in contact with the ground, maybe on the back of your head, on the backs of your hands, maybe on your hips. Maybe listening to see if you can hear AC or heater, birds outside. Just settling into this location and letting go of any expectations you had for yourself, either in the asanas we just did, the poses, or for this Shavasana now. Coming back to the breath. With each inhalation, getting fresh energy, and with each exhalation, just relaxing. And now the body scan. My toes, feet, and ankles are love. My toes, feet, and ankles are love. My toes, feet, and ankles are love. My shins, calves, and knees are love. My shins, calves, and knees are love. My shins, calves, and knees are love. My upper legs, hips, and lower back are love. My upper legs, hips, and lower back are love. My upper legs, middle back and gut are love. My middle back and gut are love. My middle back and gut are love. My ribs are love. My ribs are love. My ribs are love. My upper back and chest are love. My upper back and chest are love. My upper back and chest are love. My shoulders and shoulder blades are love. My shoulders and shoulder blades are love. My shoulders and shoulder blades are love. My upper arms, elbows, and forearms are love. My upper arms, elbows, and forearms are love. My upper arms, elbows, and forearms are love. My wrists, palms, and fingers are love. My wrists, palms, and fingers are love. My wrists, palms, and fingers are love. My fingertips are love. My fingertips are love. My fingertips are love. My collarbone, neck, and jaw are love. My collarbone, neck, and jaw are love. My collarbone, neck, and jaw are love. My chin, mouth, and ears are love. My chin, mouth, and ears are love. My chin, mouth, and ears are love. My nose, eyes, and brow are love. My nose, eyes, and brow are love. My nose, eyes, and brow are love. My head is love. My head is love. My head is love. My brain is love. My brain is love. My brain is love. Every cell in my entire body is love. Every cell in my entire body is love. Every cell in my entire body is love. Now pause the video to rest in silent relaxation or meditation for about 3 or 4 minutes. All right, to close out the class, we're going to do some deep abdominal breathing. So once again, placing the left hand over the belly button and the right hand over the heart. We're going to inhale for 4 and exhale for 6. So inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Final time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Releasing the hands. I hope that you have a wonderful day and that you're filled with love. And once again, I want to say thank you so much for joining me for this practice, and I hope to see you around.